Continuing from the previous episode 2460. Bang bang bang. Several brilliant energies easily destroyed Yuan Qian's attack. Seniors, stop, you. Seeing the crowd attacking like this, Xiao Yan hurriedly spoke up. If the immortal realm provokes the center of the human realm at this time, I'm afraid it will be self-defeating. Don't worry, Lord Xiao Yu is the savior of our entire immortal world, it's worth it. Even if this angers the entire human world center, or the immortal world is destroyed for this, I will never regret it. The mighty voice was so shocking that the scalp was numb, but when it reached Xiao Yan and the others' ears, there was a sense of soothing and invigorating. So, everyone you have guarded will protect you without hesitation when you are in danger. Even if it would be shattered to pieces. Yun Yun and others appeared behind Xiao Yan at the same time. Yun Yun suddenly looked at Xiao Yan with a hint of grief at the tip of her eyes. His eyes were sad and happy. Next time, don't do such a dangerous thing. After a while, Zuner and Yun Yun surrounded Xiao Yan at the same time. Yep, Xiao Yan said softly, but looking at the atmosphere of Yun Yun and Zuner, it seemed that something was not right. Could this be a sign before the storm? Or have they already dealt with each other in private? Humph. Although I always disagree, I'm not that stingy. Seemingly aware of Xiao Yan's doubts, Zuner put her hands on her hips and pouted. Long live the eldest wife. Xiao Yan heard the words, the big stone hanging in his heart finally fell. 4 beauties, in the waterside. This is the last time. If there is another time, brother Xiao Yan will die very ugly. Just when Xiao Yan was excited, a rather naughty voice sounded from Zuner's mouth. Xiao Yan can hear that Zuner can make such a concession, and it is the limit of pleasure. If there is a next time, with this girl's character, I am afraid that she will directly attack and kill. Above the sky, Yuan Gan's body was extremely embarrassed by the pursuit of many strong men. Okay, what a fairyland. You are declaring war with the human world center. You forced me. Yuan Qian's breath fluctuated, and at the end, he actually took out a silver-white scroll from his arms. On the scroll, there are countless ancient dusts, but the fluctuations contained in it make everyone's complexion change. Top Immortal Fighting Skills Scroll. Although there are not many people in the Great Thousand World who can perform independently, but with the background of the center of the human world, it is quite simple for everyone to join forces and seal the power of fighting skills in the Scroll of Fighting Skills. Although this will dilute some of the power of fighting skills, the power of its top immortal skills is still terrifying. Seeing Yuan Qian so confident, it seems that he is determined to use it again to destroy the entire abyss. Peefed. The fighting skill scroll was torn apart instantly, and ancient energies poured out. The Do skill scroll is like a box filled with countless destructive powers. Once crushed, all the power fluctuations flow out continuously. That kind of aura made everyone congeal. Top immortal art? Join the formation. Our Lady of Yachi was condensed and exclaimed. Ha ha ha. When will the ants in the center of the human world be able to bully the descendants of the Shao clan? A long roar sounded in the sky, and a green light suddenly gathered from the countless abyss and pointed out. The so-called top immortal art poured out from the fighting skill scroll, and it suddenly disappeared under one finger. It's not over yet. After easily destroying the top immortal attack, the green demon fingers whistled. After a while, Yuan Qian, who was smiling all over his face, had a very conspicuous blood hole in his chest, which was particularly eye-catching. Who is it? Don't act like this again. This person from the center of the human world. You are disobeying our center of the human world. I can't find death. Yuan Gan's face was ashen, and there was a bulge of blue veins on his forehead, especially when he looked at the blood hole on his chest. He was so angry. Grumble. A burst of green demonic energy rose into the sky, extremely domineering, and it turned out that the entire collapsed abyss stopped surging. It was as if time had stood still. A rather mysterious handsome man, wrapped in green aura, hovered in the sky like a real demon king, with a faint smile on the corner of his mouth. On the skin, there are green lights emerging one after another, and no one can match its strength. It seems that under such a figure, the life and death of the entire world is in one thought. Demon Emperor? Seeing this voice, Yuan Qian's voice instantly became trembling. Judging from my own perception, the Demon Emperor's strength is certainly not strong, but it was baptized by the divine way. What's more, this guy has the secret of immortality. even many strong people in the center of the human world can't do anything about it. Demon Emperor, you attacked this seat without authorization. Do you want to provoke a war between the demon and the demon world? With a gloomy face, Yuan Gan roared at the handsome man. The war between the two worlds? If you want, our demon world is happy to accompany you. The demon emperor raised his hand slightly, and there was a green stone tablet that was extremely domineering. The World Master Order? You? At this moment, Yuan Gan's pupils shrank violently, as if he saw something that frightened him. This seat is the Deputy World Master of the center of the demon world. The Xiao family is covered by this seat. If you move one of his cold hairs, he will die. Seeing Yuan Qian like this, the demon emperor stretched out his palm towards the void. Wang buzz. With a palm wave, the void around Yuan Gan instantly collapsed, and the entire body instantly melted, leaving only a faint silver beam. That is the original power of Yuan Qian, or a trace. Deciphering the top immortal art with one blow, and hitting the Yuan Gan of the 5th reincarnation level into this appearance with one blow. How terrifying the strength of this demon emperor is. Let you escape with a trace of your source, so that you can tell them for me. Now that the foreign evil race is attacking, if there is such an infighting, I, the center of the demon world, would be happy to have a trouble with you. The center of the human world is tyrannical, but we, the center of the demon world, are not afraid. The voice of the demon emperor was very calm, but there was a grand voice that shook everyone's heart. It seems to be provocative, warning everyone in the center of the human world. Yes, yes, yes. Yuan Gan gritted his teeth, and immediately disappeared without a trace. Too strong. Such strength is more tyrannical than the demon of darkness, or even the emperor of heaven. You guy, the growth rate is not weak. After driving away Yuan Qian, the demon emperor just came to Xiao Yan's side, looking at the latter with resolute eyes, a look of admiration. Being watched by the demon emperor like this, not only Xiao Yan, but in the entire abyss, a domineering demon force suppressed their aura and strength, making them unable to help but worship. Too strong this coercion. Even though there were many strong people around him who came down to worship one after another, Xiao Yan and the others, including Xiao Yan, did not have any problems and persisted through gritted teeth. Long time no see, Senior Demon Emperor. When the pressure came, Xiao Yan's hearty voice resounded throughout the world. Fairyland, the end. N. Continuing from the previous episode 2461. You brat, not only has your strength improved rapidly, but you also have more and more immortal shadows from the Xiao clan. Haha, the Demon Emperor smiled slightly, and the invisible fluctuation shocked everyone like the coercion of the Emperor. Even if it was an unintentional move, the fluctuations emanating from the Demon Emperor were too violent and not terrifying. Just after the laughter fell, the Demon Emperor punched Xiao Yan on the shoulder, and he did not hesitate to praise Xiao Yan in his words. Where is the senior talking? Oh, the huge pressure came, Xiao Yan grinned, but there was a strange message that penetrated into his body along the arm of the Demon Emperor. Those breaths seem to be extremely obscure. This guy. I'm leaving. This time there are more troublesome things. See you next time, maybe it will be the next world war. The faint laughter sounded, and the Demon Emperor disappeared into the void, and it was obvious that what he had done had ended. This kind of power comes and goes without a trace, making it difficult to comprehend. Since the Senior Demon Emperor has become the Deputy World Owner of the center of the Demon World, there is time to bring Kalen to solve the matter of Shikai swallowing the blood of the Sky Python. It saves a lot of time. Xiao Yan thought to himself, but he still admires this great man very much. Whether it is strength or person, it is worthy of Xiao Yan's real respect as a senior. On the other side, the secluded abyss began to surge again. The Lady of Yaoqi and others urged Xiao Yan to leave. They must join forces to fill it up, especially the huge gap that spanned the entire last 3 days. Even if it cannot be filled, some effective measures must be taken to suppress and isolate it. Otherwise, such a wide opening in the past 3 days will definitely attract many people who are not evil. After a brief chat, everyone retreated. Yun Yun took the Tai Chi Heavenly Emperor sword, the aura in her body was floating, and a group of strong people entered the retreat one after another. When the war is over, it is time to harvest. As for the Shui Lingzu, there are 3 keys, so naturally there is no need to think too much. After the Shui Lingzu was taken out, everyone in the immortal realm decided after deliberation and handed it over to Xiao Yan for safekeeping. The 5 spirit pearls are of great importance and must be kept by a strong person with enough strength and identity to convince the public. Xiao Yan is undoubtedly the most qualified person today. The water spirit orb and the fire spirit orb were in hand, but Xiao Yan was still unable to explore what they contained. It seemed that although these 2 spirit orbs contained extremely terrifying power, they could not be mobilized. As if it was really just the key to unlock the legendary Paradise Lost? It's a pity that the Emperor of Heaven fell too hastily, otherwise you can ask about the trace of the Earth Spirit Pearl. However, in this battle, there are only 2 powerhouses left in the center of the immortal realm, which is a heavy loss. If you want to recover your vitality, I am afraid it will take years. Xiao Yan and others retreated, but everyone in the fairy world was busy, and they were searching and clearing the door. After some tossing, the loss of Immortal Realm is not too severe, except for a few people who know that the great power of Immortal Realm Center is almost completely destroyed. This is undoubtedly a huge disaster for Immortal Realm. Hey, boy, this is the core thing for you to advance to the 9th rank alchemist of the holy rank. The old man from the alchemy temple said that now the immortal world is full of troubles, and other rewards will be temporarily deducted, but you are now the 3rd elder of the alchemy church. What kind of prescriptions and herbs do you need in the future? I can pick it up at will. The Dragon King Baxia and Xiao Yan were in the same quiet valley, and they practiced separately. This guy, Xiao Yan, took the ball of green light and held it in his palm slightly, able to sense the majestic power contained in it. That is the key to stepping into the 9th grade. Now that the 2 of them are located, they are in the heavenly lake of Yaoqi Wonderland. It is obvious that they must be in this strange world, and they will get twice the result with half the effort. Come on, you kid is cheap and good. In the alchemy hall, in addition to the rare 9th rank medicinal pills, other medicinal herbs and medicinal materials are quite rich. The medicinal hall is showing you a favor. With such amazing combat power and talent in refining medicine, his future achievements are limitless. Quote. In the distance, the Baxia Dragon King shrank into a tortoise shape of about 10 meters and kept talking. Yep, Xiao Yan nodded, naturally aware of the relationship. Now that it's over, come on. This time, I will help you awaken the water attribute. It's a reward for you to help me find Baxia's body. The Dragon King Baxia muttered, and fell into seclusion. Only when he recovered his breath could he help Xiao Yan. So good? But there are a lot of cracks in the body of the lower body that I used, will it? Xiao Yan was a little worried, but decided to tell the truth. You still have a little conscience, but this is my companion after all. With my power to nourish it, it will return to its original appearance soon. I see. Xiao Yan couldn't help but be stunned. This happiness came too suddenly. However, Xiao Yan didn't know that the Dragon King Baxia saw a lot of hope from Xiao Yan, and adding a hint of the breath of the Golden Dragon King and the appearance of the Demon Emperor further confirmed his thoughts. Helping Xiao Yan regain his water attributes would certainly cost him a lot of power, but in the long run, it was worth it. After all, the boy in front of him is a descendant of the Xiao clan. Judging from the current strength and talent, even in the ancient times, the entire Xiao clan could overwhelm Xiao Yan. There are probably very few. This transaction is not a loss. Wang Buzz. In the void, Xiao Yan sat cross-legged, carefully combing the breath in his body, but found something strange. The strength has actually reached the quasi-triple reincarnation rank? But what about reincarnation tribulation? Xiao Yan was a little surprised by this induction. Your own strength, the growth and change are a bit fast. It seems that I should have used the power of the devil to break through to the peak of the 2nd level reincarnation, swallowed the 36th holy flame, and brought me to the level of the quasi-3rd level. The triple reincarnation robbery is powerful, but in a battle at the level of the Heavenly Emperor, it is self-defeating. Thinking of this, Xiao Yan grinned. This trip to Immortal Realm, although experienced several hardships, but the result is good. After talking, I began to devote myself to practicing. As for the bluish-green mysterious power in front of him, it was used to break through the 9th rank alchemist, plus the soul source that was used to break through the soul power and reach the real Immortal Realm. Everything seemed to be developing in a positive direction. Waiting for Xiao Yan to adjust his state is the real test. After all, Whether it is the soul immortal tribulation or the alchemist tribulation, its power cannot be underestimated. The ninth grade pharmacist, the quasi-third level reincarnation level strength, the real soul power of the ascension boundary, and the battle formation master with nearly 600,000 formation patterns, plus the medicinal pill that has already been prepared to devour the third holy flame, it seems that everything are all ready. The third holy flame, wait for me. After speaking, Xiao Yan entered a deep retreat. This time, he has experienced several battles of life and death, but for Xiao Yan, he has an extremely powerful advantage. Nirvana into a dragon, the combat power will probably jump to a suffocating level. N. Continuing from the previous episode 2462. The shattered fairyland and the precarious cracks in the sky cut open the entire fairyland. The fluctuation of that level is unshakable, and there is always a sense of uneasiness in the hearts of countless fairyland powerhouses. Although everyone in the immortal world has done their best, they have nothing to do in the face of the powerful strike of the Heavenly Emperor with the Taiji Heavenly Emperor sword. And this crack is still expanding slightly at an extremely slow speed. If it continues like this, it will be as short as a few decades, or as many as 100 years. I am afraid that the entire immortal world will be completely destroyed and swallowed by it, and the restoration of the immortal world is imperative. But even so, everyone in the immortal world thought hard, but there were not many effective ways to stop and repair this crack. You said that the Emperor of Heaven is not bad by nature. Why is he such a despicable person? Many seniors in the center of the fairy world have all fallen, and there must be his dark box operation. It's just 2 half-evil gods and 4 red kings who can actually make the center of the fairy world like this. Who knows, maybe it's hidden too deep. The most important thing is that the power of the dark demon and the treasure-gathering gourd is too terrifying. Now that the top powerhouses in the fairy world are withering, I'm afraid they can only be ranked at the bottom of the 7 worlds, alas. Perhaps, but I will reintegrate the immortal realm and make it glow with its former glory. At the exit of Tianqi in Yaoqi Wonderland, Yaoling and Yueru were sitting here dumbfounded. The 2 women were like confidant sisters, looking at Ji Yubo's calm exit and talking constantly. Sister Yueru, you just gave up? Would you be unhappy? The descendant of the Xiao family, but it's very good. As if thinking of something, Yao Ling revealed her white little tiger teeth and said with a smile on her face. A little, but it should be fate. Yueru shook her head. Apparently after this catastrophe in the immortal realm, her obsession with Xiao Yan had completely dropped. Although the relationship between the 2 is good, Yueru knows that they can only be friends. Rather than being rejected by Xiao Yan in the future, it is better to let go now. Moreover, he was deeply taught by the teacher and the moon god, and the ending in the future may disappear in order to save this world. Luna, really some distant and mysterious words. I asked the teacher. It seems that only the 6th-ranked divine needle in the immortal world can restore the divine artifact of the immortal world. However, the divine needle has disappeared for countless years, and the trace is extremely mysterious. According to some ancient books in the immortal world, the last appearance of the divine needle of the gods seems to be in the cave of the 6th-path reincarnation immortal. The fairyland is broken, and even some orders and rules have begun to collapse. Only it can re-maintain and formulate a new fairyland. After a while, Yao Ling restrained the smile on his mouth and said suddenly and solemnly. 6 Paths Reincarnation House? The mysterious and empty place where rumors have been spreading around the world recently? The holy land of the 3rd holy flame on the legendary list of holy flames? Listening to Yao Ling's words now, Yu Ru's face suddenly became tense. A major event at this level is probably not easy. Right. There are rumors all over the place, although I don't know if it's true or not, but many people are already ready to make a move. The 3rd holy flame. I'm afraid this will disturb the countless heaven's favored sons in the entire Great Thousand world. Yao Kai is also quite envious. As the controller of the holy flame, she can know very clearly what the 3rd holy flame represents. The top 3 on the Saint Flame ranking, which represent the strength and the power to fight beyond the ranks, are almost the most peak existences in this world. 6 Paths Reincarnation House, set the heavenly god needle. I'll get it back. Yueru stretched her waist, then walked lightly and slowly left here. It's been 3 months, Xiao Yan, Zuner, Yun Yun. How much time do you have? It is said that the 6 Paths Reincarnation Palace has slowly emerged in the Great Thousand world. If it's like this, I'm afraid I won't be able to catch up. Xiao Yan, this holy flame is quite extraordinary. If you didn't go, I believe you will regret it. After Yao Ling finished speaking, she also left here alone. Everyone retreats in the Yaoqi Wonderland. The Yaoqi Wonderland is very large and has many independent spaces, but the most mysterious and luxurious one belongs to Tianqi. Hoo, thank you, Senior. In the Tianqi, Xiao Yan had already transformed from a sickly-looking boy to a strong man with a ruddy complexion. You little baby, you actually have 3 attributes of fire, wood and thunder in your body. Adding my water attribute, it's a bit amazing. The Dragon King of Baxia didn't seem to want to transform into a human figure, and he still spoke to Xiao Yan in the appearance of a tortoise shell. In 3 months, Xiao Yan first regained his peak strength. After a little training, he devoured the soul of the divine source and reached the real divine source before he began to attack the 9th-grade pharmacist. The impact of the 9th-grade pharmacist was extremely difficult and dangerous, and the journey was dangerous, but Xiao Yan succeeded in taking over, and then it was the awakening of the water attribute. 4 attribute blessings, and even a top water attribute immortal fighting skill given by the Dragon King Baxia. Waterspout Sky Waterfall. In addition to the several soul fighting skills obtained before, combined with the strength of the current quasi-triple reincarnation rank, the combat power has simply reached an appalling level. By the way, Senior, I don't know the entrance to the Dragon Clan. Where do I need to find it? The next moment, after everything was ready, Xiao Yan asked tentatively. The trip to the Dragon Clan is a must. After all, it is the territory of his uncle, the Golden Dragon King. I know the exact location of the entrance, but I can't tell you, because your strength is still too cowardly compared to our huge Dragon Clan. And you have the aura of a big brother on you, forgive me for what I can do. The breath left by the big brother clearly does not allow you to participate in the internal disputes of our Dragon Clan. I naturally do not want to go against the intentions of the big brother. You'd better cultivate well. In the future, there may be a day when you will really be needed. The strength of the Dragon Clan is not comparable to that of the Immortal World Center. Baxia Dragon King said in a series of words, and finally tried to comfort Xiao Yan, but the avoidance in his words was extremely discerning. Correct. This is the cultivation method of the 6th and 7th transformation of the Dragon God transformation. I will give it to you first. After a while, the Dragon King Baxia actually took out a special scroll covered with countless dragon patterns from his tortoise shell and gently handed it to Xiao Yan. Senior, this thing is too precious. Don't be precious anymore. I stole, and took this thing. Stolen? Fart, take your own things, can you call it stealing? Quote. You just keep it. Now you, as long as you don't cast it under the eyes of the other 8 Dragon Kings, ordinary dragon creatures can't cause any harm to you. Okay, I'm leaving, there will be a little guy later. After the Dragon King said, he moved his huge body and slowly left Tianqi and Immortal Realm. I haven't returned to the Dragon Clan for thousands of years, so I don't know what the Dragon Clan looks like today. This Senior, Xiao Yan took it away and found that the 6th and 7th transformations actually required the strength of the 3rd and 6th reincarnation levels, respectively. Next, take a look at the news that the Senior Demon Emperor gave me. I'm afraid it's some very important news if I give it to me alone. After doing all this, Xiao Yan just calmed down, and his soul force invaded into the light group. I thought you forgot about me? As soon as they touched it, those energies turned into a green figure and floated in front of Xiao Yan. Soul Avatar. Xiao Yan opened his eyes and instantly saw the energy fluctuations that the Demon Emperor gave him before. Continuing from the previous episode 2463. Senior, are you here? Xiao Yan looked at the Demon Emperor's energy avatar in front of him, still felt a very strong fluctuation from it, and immediately frowned. The reason why the Demon Emperor left such a trace of soul clone in his body alone must be something hidden to tell himself. Do you know why the Emperor of Heaven hates you Shao Clan so much? The Demon Emperor opened his mouth with a smile, obviously preparing to explain some matters. I don't know. Xiao Yan shook his head, naturally having a lot of doubts about the Heavenly Emperor. The Emperor of Heaven was only a nameless generation at the beginning, but it is a pity that one of your seniors from the Shao clan killed his beloved by mistake because he killed the evil tribe outside the realm. Later, after the end of the World War, the Emperor of Heaven resented and closed the cracks in the plane. Let countless geniuses be obliterated by foreign evil clan, and he secretly devoured the power of those powerhouses, among which there are many powerhouses of your Shao clan. And then with some sinister and vicious means, he climbed all the way to the current Lord of the Heavens. This time, if you lose the battle of the fairy world, he will turn around and throw himself into the human world to find the place where your Shao clan slept with him. With his ability, it seems that he has long known the Dark Demon's conspiracy, but he just wanted to use his power to help him attack the seventh reincarnation calamity. Unfortunately, he miscalculated your variable. The Demon Emperor said softly, with his great power, the ins and outs of this matter could be easily figured out. It turns out that this is what it deserves. But what Senior said, the place where the Shao clan slept. Xiao Yan nodded, then suddenly startled, hesitantly said, "As I said at the beginning, your Shao family was not under plot, but because after the end of the war between heaven and earth, you hid and fell asleep independently. Now I have found some traces. The reason why they hide is probably to escape the execution of some powerful people with wolf ambitions in the Great Thousand World. After all, there are rumors that your Shao clan masters are in control of things leading to the battle *** level. Of course, things at that level are obviously not something you should worry about now." The Demon Emperor opened his mouth carefully and explained these things to Xiao Yan in a persuasive manner. Although Xiao Yan's strength is still unable to reach the peak of this world, in the battle at the center of the immortal realm, this courage and disposition alone has won the demon god's approval. The 10 halls of the Shao clan, Yan Luo, have already begun to act under my guidance. They will join forces with me, and perhaps soon they will discover the real sleeping place of the Shao clan. After thinking for a while, the Demon Emperor spoke again, as if he wanted to give Xiao Yan a reassurance. "Is it in the underworld?" Xiao Yan let out a sigh of relief, suppressed the beating heart in his body, and spoke quietly. "Try harder." The Demon Emperor did not respond directly to Xiao Yan, nor did he refute. The faint voice fell, and the soul avatar completely disappeared here. 5 layers of reincarnation. Heavenly Tao reincarnation flame must be obtained. Tianqi returned to quiet. Xiao Yan frowned. From the words of the Demon Emperor, he could clearly understand the crisis contained in it. Once the Shao clan's sleeping place is found, I am afraid that the strong people in the Daqin world who are standing at the peak will stop at nothing. At that time, I am afraid it will be a real death battle. After all, the word battle god is full of endless attraction, and no one can escape this fatal temptation. Since the matter has come to an end, then I should also leave the customs. I don't know what the situation in Immortal Realm is now. As soon as the words fell, Xiao Yan jumped up like a lion that had just woken up, and the majestic shocking fluctuations slowly spread out from the Tianqi. The power of the color reincarnation of the colored glass shone out like streaks of rainbow light, and the huge movement made the entire Yaoqi fairyland completely turbulent. Outside, in the Yaoqi Wonderland Hall, many figures have already been waiting for this time, and their expressions are anxious, as if there is something important bothering their hearts. Boom! One after another rainbow light poured out, and the deafening sound made the heartstrings of everyone calm down again. What movement? Such a movement! Could it be that some bad guy is attacking? A shrewd-looking guard looked at the glazed rainbow light spreading out from the sky, and immediately hesitated. No problem. Just when the entire Yaoqi Wonderland was in turmoil, the high-pitched voice of the Lady of Yaoqi echoed, and the place returned to calm. "Brother Xiao Yan, it's just you." In the main hall, a beautiful and colorful figure quietly got up, and immediately looked at the slightly distorted void in the distance. "Come in." The 2 leaders, Mother of Yaoqi and Yao Wuchen, called out to Xiao Yan, and the atmosphere in the entire hall instantly became quiet. Yueru, Yaoling, Yunyan, Xiaoyi, Princess Qianchen, Yunyan, and 2 elders, a total of 9 people, were quiet in the main hall. The third on the Christmas list, Tiandao Samsara Yan, was born. Xiao Yan had just entered the seat, and Yao Wuchen was the first to speak. Not only did there not be any joy in his voice, on the contrary, there was a touch of extremely heavy worry. Heavenly reincarnation flame? Xiao Yan heard the words, and before he had time to speak to the 2 girls, Zun or Yunyan, the whole person's expression was extremely astonished. After a while, the shocked expression instantly turned into a touch of indescribable ecstasy. This is the news of the birth of the holy flame collected by our immortal world powerhouse. As the Lady of Yaoqi spoke, a delicate silver scroll appeared leisurely on the palm of her hand. Wang buzz. Just as the silver scroll was pulled out, a gray picture was immediately formed in front of everyone. In the picture is a world of flames scorched by raging flames. There is a sense of distortion that is close to collapse in the void here. At first glance, it turns out that everyone has a tingling feeling on their scalps. In the flame world in the picture, faintly, there is a faint orange-gold flame in the void. The orange-gold flame seems to contain some kind of ancient and powerful aura, which is suffocating. What power is this? Xiao Yan's soul power spread out slightly, permeating the scroll screen, trying to pour into it to find out. Wang buzz. Intense weakness and dizziness struck, and even when it was about to touch the faint flame, the seven-layered majestic spiritual palace in the body was burned, and a strong aura of destruction suddenly swept out. That feeling, as if he has rashly broke into an unknown world, is extraordinarily dangerous. Little guy, you are courting death. Yuan Yao Wuchen's face turned pale in an instant, his palms suddenly lifted, and after a series of strength, the fluctuations on Xiao Yan's body were calmed down just now. But because of this, Yao Wuchen's breath instantly became weak. Obviously, in order to calm the fluctuation, he almost put himself in. In the void, the picture seemed to be still. In the fiery red flame world, once the slightly orange-gold flame gushed out, it would bring about a wave of destruction. That kind of fluctuation made the holy flames in the body of the holy flame controllers who were present go crazy. Continuing from the previous episode 2464. This kind of intelligence scroll was collected by the master of the Space Intelligence Sales Building, and it naturally has that kind of power in it. The terrifying power of the third holy flame on the holy flame list exists, even if it is very weak, but with the strength of all of you today, it cannot be resisted. Yao Wuchen sat weakly on the wooden chair and said weakly. The powerful fluctuation just now, but almost damaged Yao Wuchen's source. What a powerful flame! Xiao Yan was trembling in his heart, and his eyes were locked on the still picture. To be able to incorporate some of the pictures and powers in the flame world into the information scroll, I'm afraid that there are real powerhouses in the Space Intelligence Sales Building, otherwise it is absolutely impossible to make such a terrifying information scroll. However, what puzzled Xiao Yan the most was the faint orange-gold flame in the flame world. Under the perception of his own soul power, it seems that at the moment when it touches his own soul power, the 6 kinds of holy flames in his body are instantly solidified, and he does not dare to give birth to any resistance. Whether it is strength or momentum, Yu Ran is the latter to suppress. Too strong that kind of flame. The reincarnation of the heavens has been controlled by the immortals of the 6 reincarnations for countless years. It has disappeared since the First World War. Now that it appears in Du, I'm afraid that it will completely set off the turmoil of the entire world. Yun Yun got up, looked at Xiao Yan like this with a hearty face, and said, "This time, I'm afraid that the real leaders in the entire Great Thousand World will go. Once you have the chance to obtain this level of holy flame, no matter who it is enough to fly up the branches and become a phoenix." Princess Qianxian said with a complicated expression. Not to mention the top 3, just talking about the top 10, top 5, and top 3 among the holy flames, these types seem to have a very small gap, but their rankings and powers are different. It is rumored that the 6 Paths Reincarnation Immortal once killed the 6th evil *** outside the territory. I don't know if it is true or not. Yao Ling also remembered some more important information and said slowly, "The 6th evil *** outside the territory." Everyone fell silent. Among the foreign evil races, the weakest strength of the evil god level powerhouse is probably comparable to the strength of the human 5th layer reincarnation level. Moreover, those guys are the existences of the evil clan outside the territory, whether it is the combat power or the evil weapons that only the evil gods can use in their hands, it will definitely not be so simple. The danger of the 6 Paths Reincarnation Palace is obvious to all, but for this holy flame, it is worth a try. After a short period of silence, Xiao Yan's eyes showed a domineering arrogance. Fenju's evolution had already surpassed that of the gods, but Xiao Yan couldn't let him set foot on the gods, so there might be some secrets in it. And Xiao Yan felt that the 3rd-ranked Xian Sacred Yan could undoubtedly solve the predicament he was facing now. To call everyone here today is also to discuss this matter. The matter of the 3rd holy flame is no trivial matter. Even if our immortal realm has just suffered a great change, we must send strong people there. The Lady of Yaoqi nodded and looked at the arrogant daughters of the immortal realm beside her. Let's go. Gritting their teeth, Yueru and Yaoling took the lead in speaking. They went to the Six Paths Samsara Palace, naturally, to find the heavenly Ding divine needle to restore the immortal realm. Zuner, Xiao Yi, hurry back to the endless fire territory. In this battle at the center of the immortal world, the power of the extraterrestrial evil race has been damaged. I am worried that they will come back and attack our base camp. This time, the Six Paths Reincarnation Palace is extremely dangerous. It is better to go to the essence. Seeing that Our Lady of Yaoqi did not agree to Yaoling and Yuru's request, Xiao Yan spoke directly. Let me go. The Tai Chi Heavenly Emperor Sword has been initially controlled by me. My strength should be able to help you. Furthermore, the combat power of the immortal realm is sluggish now. The Yaoqi Ling and the Moon God Sword must be used as one of the forces guarding the immortal realm. Yun Yun gritted her teeth and seemed to say casually, but her beautiful eyes kept staring at Xiao Yan. Yao Ling, stay, I'll follow. Yueru said at the same time, there seems to be the existence of the divine needle in the Six Paths Reincarnation Palace, which is an artifact to reconstruct the fairy world, and it must be gone. As these three people spoke, several other people shook their heads one after another. Whether it was strength or other factors, it was obviously not the most obvious choice for them to go to the Six Paths Samsara Palace. The three of you will go together on this trip. Immortal Realm needs to keep people to defend, and you also need to go back to guard the endless fire territory. Yep, after some deliberation, the entourage was finally determined. As for Princess Qianqian, it is necessary for the tempering elves to report the matter, and the others, although they have intentions, are weak in strength, and the favored sons of other regions are indeed weaker. However, after this battle, whether it is Xuan Yu Ru, or Yun Yun and the girls, the reincarnation or inheritance in their bodies has already begun to evaporate and quickly merge. I am afraid that their power will reach a new level in the near future. Level. By the way, the entry restriction of the Six Paths of Reincarnation Mansion, because of the pressure of the Holy Flame, can at most allow the entry of the 3-level reincarnation level peak powerhouse. Once the strength exceeds this limit, it will be instantly obliterated. And this time, you need to be a little more careful. The sixth evil asterisk outside the territory, I always feel that it is not so simple. Before leaving, Our Lady of Yaoqi also hurriedly exhorted. This is the 8th grade medicinal pill, Recovery Profound Pill. Taking it under the quasi-quadruple reincarnation rank can instantly restore nearly 70% of the power of reincarnation. Although there is a time limit, only one can be used per month. Take it, there must be something on the way. Yao Wuchen twisted the ring in his hand, and immediately 3 round and delicate medicinal pills appeared in front of several people. Thank you, Senior, let's go. After Xiao Yan finished speaking, he looked at the deep void passage in front of him and jumped up. I really don't know if this time is a blessing or a curse. Everyone sighed faintly, and suddenly the others waited, and after a lot of greetings, they also said goodbye and left the fairyland. Sister-in-law Kaylin sent a secret letter. It is said that Senior Feng Wan'er has found the passage to the Dragon Clan, but when he entered the passage, Han Tianhao was wiped out by the mysterious force, and his body and spirit were destroyed. The body and spirit are destroyed, it shouldn't be. Go back quickly. In a faraway place, where the sky and the sun are obscured, strong black air and hurricanes are constantly whistling, making it look a little gloomy. The demon of darkness is really an idiot. God is also. The 3 great artifacts of the immortal artifact were wasted in vain. Next, who should I let go? The world leader in the center of the human world, the leader outside the realm. Who will win and who will lose this time? Maybe the 3 of us will meet again soon, but at that time, do you still remember me? The voice fell, but Han Tianhao held a series of mysterious weapons in his hands. The weapons had different shapes, but the fluctuations contained in them were the same as those of divine weapons. Even the center of his eyebrows has a mysterious pattern that looks like the shape of the 3. At this time, the top horizontal line of 3 emits a scorching light, and with a bunch of white flames gushing out, the whole person's body is full of light. The breath seemed extremely powerful. That kind of fluctuation is also one of the holy flames. Journey to the Fairyland, the end.